Hey everybody, this is Teddy's General, and if you haven't noticed by now with the Tails Fleece cap that I'm wearing or the recent Let's Play of Knuckles Chaotix, I'm actually doing Sonic stuff again, and I'm really happy about it. I've always been a fan of the Sonic games, well hell, ever since I got Sonic 2 with my Genesis back in 1993. But anyway, this video is actually just supposed to show something really cool with the Sega Cd, as well as be a blunt advertisement for 3-4 things. So without further ado, let's get rolling with this. If you're a Sonic fan, then you should know about Sonic Retro, aka Advertisement number 1. Sonic Retro is a really cool hacking community, as well as a site where it talks about many of the different games and beta versions that came out with it. I've always gone there to get information on the Sonic 2 beta, but also one other thing. From Sonic Retro, if you've been there before, then you should also know about Sonic Megamix, which is probably the best Sonic 1 hack out there. Why is it great? Probably because it has both original Sonic 1 as well as a new mode, which has completely different maps, different songs, and cool things for it. But it also has 3 playable characters: Sonic, Shadow, and Mighty, whose last appearance was actually back on Knuckles Chaotix on the 32X. Each of the characters are different. Both Sonic and Shadow have the cool little Lightspeed dash. Sonic is the only character who can do his little peel out. Both Sonic and Shadow also can do a homing attack. Shadow has a cool double jump ability, and Mighty is the only character to have the extra shield ability. As in, if you have no shield, does a cool little extra dash in the air to kill enemies around him. He can do the bubble jump, the little fire tosser, as well as the electric bounce technique, or however you want to call that. All 3 characters play incredibly well. All of them control well. It's a really fun game. Of course, with Sonic 1 Original, you have all the original stuff with all the Megamix moves added in, as well as playing as any character. However, normal mode, or the arrange mode if you want to be technical about it, all new courses, new music, same boss fights, but different little quirks in them that make them harder to complete, which is always fun. The sad thing about Megamix, though, is that, well, sometime around last year, I forgot what time exactly, it was officially canceled because of well, arguments between some of the key creators. However, it has come back and they've released a new version. Now, before we talk about the new version, the old version of Sonic Megamix was released on the Sega Genesis emulators as either a standalone ROM file or a patch that you could easily apply to the Sonic 1 ROM. However, with the new version of Megamix, they decided to switch platforms this time. This time they're using a Sega Cd. I'm a Mac owner, I'm sorry about that, folks. Unfortunately, Mac people, we don't have a Sega Cd emulator or a Sega 32X. The only way I've been able to get around that to play games such as Knuckles Chaotix, I've actually bought myself a Sega 32X, and I also bought myself a Sega CD. The reason why I got the Sega CD was because I finally found a copy of a really amazing Data East game called Panic. But of course, with the Sega CD, you gotta get yourself not only Panic, but as well as Sonic CD, Road Avenger if you love FMV games, that's a really good one, since it's all anime-oriented. And I also got Don Bluth's Space Ace, because I've always wanted to try the game. However, there's something really cool you can do with the Sega CD. What you can do is normally you can take that ISO file, if you can get a copy of the games online, burn them onto a CD and see if they work. However, I decided to try that out with Sonic Megamix. So I got myself a blank CD, I burnt Megamix on there, and I can actually play Megamix now on my Sega CD, which is really nice, because I have a normal Sega Genesis controller. It's having to be either have a USB controller or hunched over and using the keyboard. So I'll show you a quick video on how that works. Alright, so we've got the game right here. Basically going to open up our Sega CD, pop that sucker in. Alright, so make sure I can find my controller. It's right behind me. Alright, now turn on our Sega. Scroll over to the Sega CD thing. I'm sorry guys, that's my Sonic X poster. Alright, press start. Works like a charm. And you can now play, you can play Megamix on your Sega CD. With really cool Mega Man 2 music. My Sega CD loads the game. There we go. God, it scared me for a minute. So yeah, basically playing a Sonic Megamix on my Sega CD. As you can tell, this is, no emulator, since I seem to not be able to find a HyperCam for Mac, but I mean, that's basically it. I mean, I'm just... Not really what to say. I mean, yeah. So definitely give this a try if you're a Sega CD owner, because you won't be disappointed. Pretty cool, huh? So that's one shameless two, I guess, out of the way, talking about both Sonic Retro as well as Sonic Megamix. But another reason why I'm in a bit of a Sonic mood recently is because of SAGE, which stands for Sonic Amateur Gaming Expo, and this is the 14th one. That's advertisement number 3. What SAGE is basically people who do fan-made games get together and show their results. Most notably this year, if you're interested in it, I will have both links to Sonic Retro, the Megamix download page, as well as SAGE onto the details page on YouTube. But most notably, some of the I've tested a couple of them out, and the ones I've really enjoyed so far have definitely been Sonic Robo Blast 2, Sonic Metrics, and I've also tried out Sonic Zero, Sonic the Hedgehog Zero, which is really fun. And there's also Sonic 2 Zeta Overdrive, which is basically taking what, it's basically a Sonic 2 Megamix, but not with the people from, Sonic Retro. And I'm forgetting stuff. I've also tried a couple other games, but some of them really weren't that well. But what's really disappointing this year is the fact that Sonic Nexus does not have a playable demo. The Nexus crew has said that they will post screenshots as well as videos of the new zones they've created, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. Something that's really cool, and I'm really dying to try out, and that doesn't come out, full release is going to be July 30th, is Sonic Rebirth, which is basically taking Sonic 1 on the Sega Game Gear, or Sega Master System, and giving it a graphic overhaul. I think it's either now Sega Genesis graphics or something else, but completely playable with all the levels just re-enhanced. I'm really looking forward to that because I've always enjoyed Sonic 1 on the Game Gear. If you're wondering, SAGE actually started Saturday the 26th, and I believe it runs either to Thursday or Friday. That's the 30th or 31st of July. It's got a lot of cool events. It has a SageCast radio, which plays a lot of cool little Sonic remixes as well as normal songs. And it's definitely worth checking out. If you love trying out fan-made Sonic games, because, well, quite frankly, some of the fan games lately are actually better than what Sonic Team's been releasing. But honestly, check it out. I mean, you will not regret it. SAGE is a really cool get-together of the Sonic community. And out of all the demos I've played, I've really enjoyed all of them, except for one which I was kind of disappointed at. And that's really about Sonic news. I said I had a 4th shameless advertisement, and here it is. I am currently writing the script for the next Chaotic Game Reviews, and unlike Jurassic Park and Rampage Edition, although some people could argue for me, this game definitely is chaotic. It's a music rhythm game, and it's not an American one. That should be clear enough. No, it's not really clear enough, because that basically limits down to any kind of Beat Money game out there, like DDR, Guitar Percussion Freaks, Beatmania, or Poppin' Music. I'm going to be reviewing one of those games. One of them. And trust me when I say it's chaotic enough to fit the chaotic title. And the music I'm using for the opening, cinematic will be good. So that's enough shameless advertising. I will have, like I said before, all the links to Sonic Retro, as well as the Megamix and SAGE will be posted on a link before me. This has been Teddy's General for a basically advertisement for a lot of cool Sonic stuff, and also showing you a really cool trick you can do with your Sega CD. See you next time, guys.